У Тебе радуется благодатная всякая тварь. Ангельский собор и человеческий род.
I guess we saw Nikki and Emma and Jama doing some videos, so we figured we'd give you guys an update, let you guys know what's happening out here, over the pond, across the pond. We got in about, I think it was 5:30 Friday, and it was really hard, really tired. Still haven't been able to get enough sleep yet, but it's all good. Haven't seen a lot of things yet, felt a lot of things, a lot of weird things, but it's to be expected, I guess. We're just having fun. We're just embracing whatever God wants to do, being led by Him. We actually met a pastor on the plane to London, and we said to him, you know, I was talking to him. We were both kind of met up at the bathroom, and I said to him, I was like, you know, what's happening? And he said, well, I'm a pastor, and I have a church in London. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And he asked me, you know, what I was doing, and I told him Summer and I, you know, decided we didn't decide. The Lord told us we were going to Europe, so He said go to London and I'll take care of the rest. So I was telling him this, and as I was telling him, he was just like in awe. He was just kind of just taking it all in. He was excited. I was telling him, you know, we've been living by faith, and we've been embracing whatever God wants, being led by the Spirit, and just walking by faith and not by sight, and letting that be our life first. And he was just like overjoyed. And he told us, he gave us his information, he gave us his home address, he just loaded us down with this information. And he was like, I want you guys to come to my church. And so we don't know what that's all about. That'd be cool if you guys could pray about that for us. But we want to make sure, you know, it's God and what God wants to do, and it's going to be awesome. And it's been really cool just being able to hear everyone have a British accent, not just, you know, certain few here and there in big cities, but it's everybody, you know, and which is obvious. It's kind of dumb, but it's just cool to be able to hear different things and different cultural things, and understand different phrases and things like that. It's really awesome. Summer and I have been having a blast. Tomorrow we're actually going to Sunday. We're going to this church that's in Cambridge. We actually hopped on our friend Emma. She gave a sister of mine gave us a certain amount of euros. It was really awesome. Totally God just messed us up. Gave us a certain amount of euros that she had from being in Italy, and turns out it was just enough. Man, it was awesome. Just enough to get us a ticket on a coach and get us to Cambridge. It took 4 hours, 4.5, maybe 4:15 hours to get us here, but we finally got here, and then we were walking around trying to find a bed and breakfast because we just wanted to settle down, just get our bags off our back. We have these bags, and we couldn't find the place. We actually walked for 12 miles today. That was incredible. Okay, 12 miles with a 40-pound bag on your back. Talk about marine. Talk about awesome. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, but we definitely walked it out today, and we found this really cool place. I'm actually in it right now. This room. It's kind of small, but it's awesome. It's just like really quaint and, you know, peaceful. It's really peaceful. We stayed in a hotel the night we got here, and it was not peaceful at all. And you just like intercession, and we were praying and just breaking all stuff and just trying to get some sleep because the jet lag was ridiculous. And so we just kind of embraced that and just made it through. And then the next day, you know, we're here and we're so grateful. It's just incredible. And God's been blessing us and just messing our lives up, you know, everything. He'll show us something, a sign about faith. And God's been talking to me about eating at the table of the counsel of Abraham, the table where eating at the table that Abraham and God ate at, you know, the table of communion, the table of friendship, the table of favor, the table of just embracing faith to such a dimension that you can't let anything get in the way. And God's just been, you know, sit at the table of the counsel of Abraham, sit at the table of Abraham's counsel and just embrace what he has to say. So God's been taking us to Hebrews, you know, 11 and taking us back to Genesis where Abraham sat and just, you know, contended with God and just began to pray and speak to a friend face to face. And so he really wants that for a generation, and he wants us to embrace that to such a degree. And I really believe God's going to take us on this journey so we can be a testimony to those out there who really believe that's what God's doing but really don't have the faith to step out. And God's like, no man, you have the measure of faith that I've placed inside of you, and I'm ready for you to step out. I'm ready for you to go the distance. I'm ready for you to be a generation who will take it by storm, take the world by storm, and believe God to the utmost, and just know that he has everything in the palm of his hand. And it's okay to test him, because he said, go ahead and test me now in this, that I will not open up the windows of heaven. He wants you to embrace him. It's not about testing him, it's about trusting him. It's about opening your heart up to trust him. Dare to trust God. Dare to open your heart. Dare to trust him in such a dimension that in realm that you can't even fathom the possibilities. God will open up the heavens and pour you out such a blessing. You'll not have room enough to receive it. And you'll wonder, whoa, how did this? And he just wants a generation who will give him all the credit, give him all the glory, and give faith and trust up to him, and just embrace him in whatever he wants to do. And so we just want to bless you guys, and we just release the glory on you. Just just open up the heavens over you, and just I pray that faith would just embrace, and you would embrace faith, and faith would embrace you. And so just be blessed from Summer and I. We just love you, Emma, Jama, Nikki. We just love you, we love you, love you. Love the glory on